Chicks and Tips. Today we're talking feet.
Hey everyone, Emily here, MD Outdoors.
And Emma. Hey.
Today we're going to talk about taking care of your feet on all your adventures. Obviously, these things get you everywhere. It's so important to make sure that your foot health is really good, because when it's not good, it sucks.
Yeah, and we're both dealing with injuries at the moment, foot injuries, so it's kind of relevant.
We're going to just go through some really good information to make sure that your feet stay at optimal levels of health.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm going to kick it off with blister prevention. So not just management, but you can get to a point where you don't have blisters at all, and it's never an issue, never a thought in your head.
Yes.
And we've both gotten there from being people that suffered with blisters terribly. So the first one is something that we recommend to people all the time. You've heard of them, you've seen them around, the Injinji toe socks. They look freaky deaky at first. It might take you a little bit to get used to them, but just having all your toes separated in their own little sleeping bag, spread out from each other, they can't rub together, amazing. And it means you can get your feet wet in rain or creeks or whatever, and they can sweat, but there's no way they can rub together. And even beyond having blisters on your toes, I used to get blisters all down the outsides of my feet, my heels, and these have even stopped those. So I don't know what kind of magic is in these, but that's the first one. Next up is something that's super popular here, and it's the hiker's wool. This is the stuff you pop down the side of your sock, and it just gives you a little bit of a barrier between the outside of the inside of the shoe and your skin, and you can even weave it between your toes if you don't want to go down the toe sock route. And then the other product is something I've used for years. It's called Compede, and it's kind of like little skin patches, and you basically just peel them off, stick them on, and they work magic. Like if you even have the littlest hint of a blister, you put this on and you don't even worry about it. You just wait for it to fall off at the end of the hike. You can get these from any sort of pharmacy or chemist or anything like that. And then my last tip is making sure you have correct fitting shoes. And I have spent a lot of time working in the shoe industry, I guess, so I've seen it all. But basically what I look for when I'm fitting a shoe is at least a thumb's width at the toe, and that's on your biggest foot. So we always fit the biggest foot. And that's a thumb's width between the end of your toe and the end of the shoe. So plenty of room for when your feet swell or if you're going downhill. And then a thumb's length across the laces from one side to the other. And that just makes sure you've got the right width. In terms of boots versus shoes, everyone's different. But I had a lady in just yesterday, and she has tried every boot on the market. And we finally just put her on a trail runner, and she's going to test it out, see how it goes. So if you're one of those people that have had trouble with boots in the past and you just can't get one that works for you, try something different. Try a trail runner, something softer, a bit more flexible, not as hard on the foot. And just see how you go. You don't have to go on a full 5-day, multi-day tramp straight away, but just ease into it, and it might just change your life like it did ours.
Yeah, we hike in shoes, but we do all alpine stuff in boots.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sweet. Awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so another little tip would be massaging your feet when you're out there, at the end of the day, or even if it's a really long day, you can stop and just take your shoes and socks off. This stuff's really good. This squirrel's nut butter. It's just a little hippie. It's called Happy Toes. We all want happy toes. So it's proven lots of proof that if you massage your feet even for just 30 seconds, it's going to help reduce the inflammation and swelling that you get when you over hiking for a few extended hours. You're gonna get foot swelling, and massaging will help reduce that. And then obviously just keep them happy, which is cool. So giving yourself a good massage is a great idea. And then lacing your shoes correctly. So I didn't do this on my last trip. I was doing massive Ks, and I could feel that one area of my lacing was a bit tight, and I didn't stop and changed it. And I have actually done a bit of damage to a tendon, I think. So making sure that you lace your shoes correctly, just having a think about it, does this feel even? Could it be better? Just really being aware of how you have actually laced your shoes. And then if you do have a problem area in your foot, doing a bit of research on the best way to lace your shoe. Maybe you need a bit more support around your ankle. There are lots of different techniques you could actually find to support that area of your foot. So just do a bit of research on it and just figure it out, because it's definitely another important factor. And then cutting your toenails correctly. So If you're going out for a long time, like making sure you take a little wee pair of toenail clippers, or something, or scissors, but also looking at how you cut your toenails, because if they are too long, they will bang up against the end of the shoe, and then that can often be what causes toenails falling off. It's just your toenails are just a little bit too long. And then cutting them straight across, not round the sides, which like some people's mums would have taught them, so they don't grow in. So again, just look into it, like how's the best way to cut your toenails. So that was my little tips, like just so the massage, the lacing, and making sure that you have cut your toenails correctly should really help to like just give your feet that boost for the hikes.
Nice.
Yeah,
I definitely notice massage helps a lot. Like at the end of the day, before you do anything else, just like sitting down, relaxing, massaging your feet just helps move the blood back up to your heart where it needs to be.
It would, just get that blood flow going again.
Yeah, it's awesome. Wicked. Well, we're off on an alpine course this weekend, down in Temple Basin. So me, Em, and Joe are heading down. So it'll be Sarah in the shop today, Rosie in the shop tomorrow. So come say hey if you haven't seen them in a little while. But yeah, we'll let you know how it goes, and keep you posted. Sweet. Have a good weekend.
So yeah.